meals becoming great ain't solid now, but when you eatin', everybody want a plate, want a seat at the table, wanna act like they grateful. Don't mess with outsiders, y'all looking real unstable. If anything, they should ask me how I do it. Start taking notes, recording my every movement. I know that I'm the best and I ain't gotta.
You wouldn't expect it, would you? But you saw I have two sides. Hi, everybody. Welcome to KB's community. We gonna clap. I'm here with Diamond today, or what do you go by? Dito. Let me clap for her too. She deserves time. But anyway, what were we saying?
Anyway, thank you for having me. I do appreciate it. Hey to all her followers and her supporters. We do love you.
We do. Clap for you too.
How we doing today, Miss Kendall?
Me, I'm doing fine and dandy. The sun's out. I'm smiling. I'm looking good. I got me a retwist. I'm happy. I just turned 30 on Monday.
Black don't crack though. Black do not.
Thank you. It really does.
Crazy because baby, 30 where?
Where? 30 where?
Looking
I actually used to be upset about looking young though until I started getting closer to 30, and then I was like, this is kind of cool because I can ride this out for a little bit.
Like what?
And I hate to say it, but we are in a very an industry that cares about youth and beauty, so it can work for me. It's sad.
True.
It's not something that should be, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna make it work for me if I can.
But like you said, it definitely roots from the industry of you gotta have this look.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be perfect. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Like that's a good thing for real for you to dead ass be in your youth, regardless of what the stamina is supposed to be. Like it's good. You got a lot of people right now your age who, baby, they not making it happen.
They looking rough.
Yeah, for sure.
They looking rough. They doing not that great.
Or baby, they getting introduced to these drugs.
Exactly.
For real. It's true.
Exactly.
It's so true.
And that's making them look about 50 years old.
That's the one.
Yeah. But anyway, how are you today?
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm happy to be here. I feel like me getting back into the music scene and getting back into the industry after having a baby was like, a challenge. Like not necessarily one that was like, obviously I couldn't overcome, but you got to start worrying about what I can wear and what I can and can't fit, or the changes that my body made, like you said, living up to this perfect what the industry want,
a standard.
You gotta have a big butt, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, like just making sure that I'm still comfortable in my skin, no matter what, and just not giving a fuck. Like, yeah, this is my baby weight, this is this is that, this is, you're gonna see a little roll, you're gonna see this, but it's all a part of being realistic. Like, me working out, me being someone who was a dance coach and having a dance team, stuff like that. So I feel like it's better for a motherfucker to see the real me and see the actual growth. And, this is what I was. This is me now. This is me as a mom. This is even the growth in my music. And, just being an individual. Like, I don't really give a fuck what it's supposed to look like or what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So that's why I was just like, okay, it's important for me to take my time and, get back into it and do it when I was ready.
Mm-hmm.
And also being able to get over you're a mom, you can't say this, you can't wear that, you can't, but it's like, yes, the fuck I can.
And women in the industry these days are actually kind of paving the way for that.
For sure.
Look how all of the biggest celebrities, the biggest artists right now are having babies, coming right back, even with their bodies different.
No,
some of them with their bodies different. Because let's be honest,
baby.
Not everybody snaps back right away.
Yeah.
Like they try to make it
money,
look.
So
exactly.
Like, snap back, they
exactly.
Back.
Exactly.
Me, I do like my new look. body that my son gave me. So, you know. But I don't know. I feel like that's true though. You know, you do have to a certain extent, live up to this opinionated ass world.
Like, absolutely.
You gotta, they want you to, I don't even want to say you gotta, because you don't, but they want you to, you know, make it as if that's the only way it can happen.
Right.
By you giving in, by you, okay, well, I'm gonna go get my body done. Okay, well, I'm gonna get my teeth done. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. Like,
right. It is okay to still look like yourself. Like,
I'm not gonna lie though. Like, yeah, I'm not even saying it like you can't put the work in, but I feel like, you know, a lot of the time you do get that popularity and that kind of gets you further than, you know, a motherfucker who actually is putting in that work, or a motherfucker who like actually out here making it, you know, like,
yeah.
Popularity, I feel like, is what's becoming a new norm.
Absolutely. Like the whole music industry these days is a popularity game. Even the way that back then, like in the 90s, they used to be out there like scouting for people, taking them with like no fans already. They want you to already come with your fan base these days. They want to see how popular you are, how much they can sell off of you.
It's the TikTok era. You like, and no shade, but you literally will get on TikTok, right? And you got this piece of a song that sounds so great to whatever dance they made up, and then you go listen to the song
and it's like the rest of it's trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that person has made it. And don't get me wrong, like I said, congratulations to you. But, you know, you got people out here who really like lyricists.
Exactly.
Like, people who don't go noticed. And it's like, I was just literally telling my mom that, like, as bad as I want to, you know, do this, do that, and have these sessions where like it's like getting to know me, and, you know, just letting my fans know like it's more to come, you know, or even just it's more than just that with me. But it's like, I'm a private person, and I hate that social media has become like your biggest determinant.
I feel the same way.
Like, if you're not this person who posting every day and putting the world in your business, and, you know, whatever they don't see, they think it's not there.
Exactly.
Whether it's your money, whether it's your music, whether it's your nigga.
Right. But the thing is, I choose what I want to share with you, because like I said before to you, it ain't everybody's business. Like, things are not everybody's business. Like, there's certain aspects of your life that you feel comfortable sharing. And yes, it's good to let people in on that, especially if you're trying to build a fan base. Right. But people don't need to know everything.
No, and I definitely agree with that. Just because, like I said, you know, I don't want to put the world in my personal life. I want to be able to fuck up. I don't want to be looked at like, oh, she doing this, she doing that. Like, that we are human. Like, I want to be able to fuck up. I want to be able to say like, okay, I made that mistake. I learned from it. I'm not going to do it again. Or I might just do it again because I just got to feel it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be able to make that mistake by myself, not
in private,
publicly for the world, like
with everybody commenting on.
Right? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I hate that. You know, this is my unbiased opinion, but I'd rather be rich than famous.
Me too.
Like, I don't want that. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that. Like, shout out to Lotto, because baby, she's able to keep that life separate for her, you know, whether it's a relationship or whatever the case may be. Like, why y'all so mad that she won't put that out? Why is the world becoming so like, people, we gotta know your business?
Because people think they're entitled to celebrities' lives, and that's a reason I don't like. Fame is a scary. Exactly, you're right, baby. You're right. It's the social media era.
Yes,
people think they're entitled to. Yes.
Because there's no way that some of the shit that we even talk about on social media should even be broadcasted to us. For real. Like, what is we doing? Why do we need to know that? Why does that need to be recorded? Why is that the first thing that you do outside of, okay, let me go try to help this person? Like, let me pull out my phone.
Yeah.
And record you.
Clout.
I hate that.
You need to be the person behind the camera.
I hate that for
I do too. That, and like another trend these days is like giving homeless people food and money and recording them. doing it like
what?
If you're doing it out of your heart, then why are you recording it? You think
I'm
that
not
makes
gonna lie,
them
though.
feel good to be broadcasted?
I've never been a recorder, but I'm gonna be 100. I just like had an attack with a homeless person because like a lot of them, they getting bold these days.
They are.
For real. And so
You said
know,
attack?
Yeah, I had an attack. So when I say I had an attack, it's like I lost it.
Oh, you had an attack.
Yeah.
I thought you meant he was trying to attack you.
So yeah, no, he didn't know, girl, please. But you know, he walked up to my car and, you know, I felt bad because I was like, okay, whatever his situation was. And I gave him $1. Girl, he gonna say, that's it? I snatched my $1 back. Like, give me my shit. That's it. And it's crazy because I legit, like, I usually use like my Apple Pay and shit like that. I legit had $2 in my cup holder.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna give him $1.
I've had experiences like that too.
Listen, they get in bold. I mean, like I said, I would never record it because it's the thought, like, obviously that counts. But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have, like, you know.
The word of the day is entitlement because everybody is entitled.
Everybody is entitled.
That is the word of the day.
I even be entitled sometime. I can't even lie to you. I do. But it be for all the right things. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, it be for all the right things.
You got to sip your water on that one.
Girl, I had to. We're getting into it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Where your sound effects?
They're right here. Why you want to press something?
I don't know. What you got going
on? Law and Order.
Say it, baby. I didn't know what it was gonna be. I didn't know if it was gonna be like the theme song or that's my show though. I don't know. I feel like all us bad bitches watch crime shows.
Because we gotta be prepared. Stay ready. Think like a criminal.
No, but for real though. Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be watching too many.
Could be. Might be figuring out how to hide bodies and get away with it.
I don't know. How to get away with murder. Featuring Diamond Keating. Don't play now.
Well, let's talk about it then. You said let's talk about it. Then you asked about the button.
Woo! Listen, let's talk about it. So, I don't get crazy like that unless my heart is played with.
Who are you telling?
That's one of them subjects for me that, you know, I get a little crazy.
Who are you telling?
I get a little crazy. Yes, baby, I get a little crazy. You know, and I asked my significant other, I said, you think I'm crazy? He was like, yeah, you are. And I was like, for real though? Like, for real? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Cool. But I'm only crazy when I need to be.
The thing is, people call you crazy when you don't play about yourself, but that's only because you let them play with you so much until it get to a certain level, and then you just gotta pop off to show them what it is. Show them you're not weak.
And see, that's the thing. I feel like dead ass, as a Black woman, you can't be mad.
We're not allowed to be, because then we're the angry Black woman.
You can't be, you know, for me to sit here and be like, yeah, I do get crazy when my heart play with. No, I'm being honest because I can work on that.
Mm-hmm.
But for real, you know, as a Black woman who is somebody who compromises, is somebody who communicates, I can never go in and be like, I'm mad. But when I'm angry and when I'm coming and I'm talking my shit, oh, you hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you hear me now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm like, okay, so, you know, and now, you know, it's to a point where, like, when I was dating, I did have to, I feel like to an extent, teach somebody how to love me. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm gonna be honest, at first I was all like, I don't want to teach you how to love me, but that's a real thing.
Damn, know? You sound just like me. You sound like a recording of me.
That's a real thing though. Like,
it is.
I sat there like, I don't want this. I don't want to have to show you what to do, but it's real. Everybody got different love languages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
we all grew up with different examples of what love is.
Yes, and it is important to learn somebody's love language, learn how to love somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of situations where y'all not gonna be compatible,
right?
Or y'all not gonna agree on everything, which is fine, but you do got to teach people how to love you.
You do.
And
I feel like I recently said that to somebody after I figured it out myself.
Yes.
Because I was like, why would I have to teach somebody? That's ridiculous. Like, you should know how to love. That isn't it natural? Like that, but no, we do all have our own love languages and have all come from different backgrounds and have seen different examples of what love is. And that impacts how you love in your adulthood.
No, that's so true. I deeply and wholeheartedly agree. But like I said, I have been crazy before.
Mm-hmm.
I have had my episodes, my attacks, where it's like, don't play with me. Like, because as bad as I try to act like I don't care about the horoscope shit, me as a Leo, I love so hard. I love so hard. And I meet Leos who are so alike me. I can point them out like, she a Leo, he a Leo. You know what I'm saying? But I love hard. So it's like, if I'm going to give you that part of me, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, it's like, don't play with me.
Exactly.
That's that why we was just talking about.
Like, exactly. Because don't play with me.
Why? Because like, I wouldn't do you like that.
Yeah.
I would never even think to do you like that. So like, why?
Exactly.
That's the question.
Just don't play in my face. That's all I ask. Don't play in my face. No. Is it that hard?
Anything but that. Like, you can do anything but play in my face. That's the one thing you can't do. I'll go hard for you. I'll go above and beyond. But baby, let me tell you, the minute you play in my face, it's done. It's done. I go too hard. Like, no, it's done. I'm the type where no bullshit. I love so hard. I try so hard. But when I don't give a fuck, girl,
when it's a wrap, it's a wrap. Oh, no, I get it.
Vicious.
That's me. That is me.
I'm going to try, and I'm going to put that work in. I'm going to actually try. Like,
but then the thing is, then you get angry that you put so much in and somebody didn't care, put in the equal amount, and then that's when you blow up.
That's true, but
the other person don't really be caring.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't give a fuck if they care at that point, because I just feel like if I'm gonna be genuine about it, and if there's something that I really give a fuck about, I want to show you that. Like, even if you, to a certain extent, you're not reciprocating that, okay, you know what I'm saying? I tried. At least I can say I could walk away and say I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was genuine about it, so I'm not gonna regret it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, fuck.
Do you ever get resentful though at the amount of energy you gave somebody, and you're like, dang, I could have put that towards something else or someone else? Or is it just proving to yourself how much love you have to give and that it's there for the person who deserve it?
I'm gonna keep it 100. I think I get resentful if I fuck them. I think I get resentful once I fuck them, because like, I don't know. I'm sacred for myself. Like, if I'm fucking on you, or we doing some shit like that, you know,
my body is a temple.
Like, but I feel like once shit gets deep enough for us to start having sex, like, don't get me wrong, I feel like as adults, you know, we probably done had our encounters, or one night stands, or okay, we fucked around. I just want to fuck. You just want to fuck, like, you know. But if I'm fucking with you, and we are actually fucking with each other, and I didn't fuck you, and you like shit just, oh no, yeah, like I do feel like I get to getting resentful, because I just feel like I could have left you where you
were. Or like you belonged in the streets, you could have stayed there. Like,
you could have just kept it a buck from the get-go.
Exactly.
Like, I'm just trying to fuck.
Exactly.
I
don't mince words. Don't play games.
I don't see me in a relationship. I don't see me. It's the when you feel like you finna make it seem like this what we doing, and this what we gonna be. No, I do get resentful, because I feel like, don't waste my time. A lot of niggas change after they get the pussy. A lot of niggas. Now, shout out to y'all that don't, and that's real ass niggas. But a lot of them change.
They be feeling invincible and like they can do anything. Anything. They can. That's when they start playing in your face for real.
I don't know. I just feel like I said, it become resent for me, and this I really don't even want to use resent because like I did it, so I must have, you know what I'm saying,
right?
Some type of urge or like this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing I want to do. I'm not gonna do nothing I'm gonna regret. Like at the end of the day, for real.
No,
for
you're
real.
right.
But you know, it just goes back to my feelings. If that's not what you want, it's okay. Say
right.
that.
It's okay, but be
it
clear. Yeah. Be 100% clear. Crystal. be clear as this ice mountain water.
Okay. For real though. I don't know. That's why I say I don't really want to use the word resent, but it's just like, come on now. Tell me what it is. Because a lot of times, like I said, you do get your encounters where shit, either that's what I'm gonna accept or that's what I'm not going for it. Like, exactly. Just tell me what it is.
Right.
I straight up asked the guy like recently, what you come with? And he was so mad. Like he just kept saying, like, what do you mean? What does that mean? And I'm like, I just want to know out the gate, because it's just like you doing too much to try to prove like this is who you are. What do you come with? Is it the baby mama? Is it the kids?
Oh, so you mean what's your baggage?
What is it? Yes, I need it. Lay me out. Lay me out.
You're not wrong. Right.
Because like, come on now. It's just this generation of everybody wants to waste your time. Everybody wants to do
it's like, I ain't got no more time to waste. Can we just like,
I don't.
I don't. And I got priorities. I got things I'm trying to accomplish.
No, for real. And really, I think that's the gist of it. Like, even if I did have a phase where, you know, I had me a little roster or I was doing me, and like, I'm on some, I want the big backyard. I want the family.
Yeah.
You know, in the end. But I feel like no bullshit, even trying to be an artist and have that mentality, it only goes so far.
It does.
Only goes so far.
It does. And then what I started thinking about, I don't think I should date another like creative, at least not somebody who's in music.
Really? Why?
Because they just be on some bullshit all the time. From what I've seen.
I don't know. You got to elaborate.
I'm not elaborating.
They be on some bullshit. But why do you feel like, I feel like that's more of a space where shit goes better.
I guess. I mean, I feel like you understand each other better. Because I feel like as creatives, our minds just work differently. Like, then, I mean, our minds work differently than, say, if you was to try to date like an accountant or a dentist, right?
Yeah.
Like, it would feel dry, right? So that's my battle. Like, I like creatives, but I feel like from what I have found, it'd be a little toxicity amongst the whole crowd.
Damn.
And then you'd be a lot of overlapping other people, you know, especially in Milwaukee, because it's not that big of a place.
Milwaukee is not big at all. And even outside of the creative community, you got regular ass people who, you know, you went to school with, or maybe you talking to this person and talking to that person, and it's like, damn, shit, baby mama.
Right.
That's his baby dad. Oh, damn, like, you know, and you really, it's no getting around you dating somebody who knows somebody, or who dated, or
you're right.
Somebody
you're not wrong,
or you know what I'm saying. So now I guess the question is, how do you go about that? You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, your person has either dated or talked to or used to fuck with, you know, somebody that you know or like cool with. How does that work?
How does it work?
Yeah.
How do you go about it?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about it?
Yes. Especially being, like you said, we're in Milwaukee. you've had probably this encounter before with your creators.
I feel like if you're not still like messing with them or talking to them, why does it matter? Okay. At this point, it's like if it's been enough time and like you also just aren't really like, does it really matter that much?
Yeah.
If you don't care about that person the same way you care about me, and there's nothing going on, why, like, so whatever. Yeah, it's not like you belong to the people you dated in the past or talked to in the past. Or,
okay.
You an individual. You move on. You change. You move on from people.
Right. That's true. That's true.
But on the other hand, if y'all still like best friends in each other's face all the time, I don't think I could like that. I don't think I could do that. Yeah. No, that's too much for me. A lot.
Yeah. Unpacking.
You missed a lot.
Unpacking. I agree. We don't be having it as women, you know.
Isn't that the truth? Lies that we don't have safe space. Talking to the mic. Why? Please give us.
It's my mic. My mic on. Okay. Like I don't know my mic on. No, I say lies only because if you pay attention to society, especially social media, more than 65% of the events that are ever created are about women and women empowerment and women helping other women. And like literally every Sunday, there is some form of a woman's or divas brunch going on. And there's always paint and sips for y'all or empowerment groups for y'all.
But why? But why?
Let me say something real
because
quick.
women want to uplift women because women are the most,
what is
especially
but
black
what
women.
I want to know
You're asking why
is there a necessity for that is what I mean.
Because, and I'll let you speak.
Because we don't get that in the world, or because in the past we haven't.
Because black women are the most oppressed human beings on the planet. Mm-hmm. So y'all instantaneously create your own support groups to uplift each other more so.
I want to speak on that.
Yes, and
no. Because I'm going to speak as a black woman. Mm. I am a girl's girl. I love my women.
But ain't everybody.
Just because we go to these events and we got brunches, that's not necessarily a safe space for me. That's just me going and doing something that I wanted to do that I felt like would make me feel good. But a lot of the times we go to these brunches and dinners and women are not receptive.
They don't like you half
women
the time.
Do not like us.
I don't know. I'm not.
They're looking at you sideways just for being cute and having your own energy. Like honestly,
women are, and I'm not saying this for every event or but you're not in that space saying that. Oh, I feel like I could talk to this woman, or I don't feel like this is a woman who would literally turn around and sleep with someone I'm dating. A woman who would literally turn around and try to belittle me and try to stop being my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get those are not safe spaces for us where we are able to say, okay, I want to say what's on my mind, or I want to say how I feel. Like necessarily, right. Yeah, it looked good for social media. It looked good on the pictures. It looked good through the photographer's lens. But
how much sharing and healing is actually happening in those spaces?
How much are we really doing in those spaces where you're not getting another black woman turning her nose up at you? Or
so what do you think needs to be done to adjust those perspectives and actually make these public spaces that are created that are supposed to be safe spaces really feel like that? The reason why I asked that question is because number one, here at TDR, that's one of the biggest things that I always convey, that this is a safe space. I don't ever want you to feel like when the cameras are off, that tone or the whole entire environment is completely different than the way we try to convey it on air as well, too. I tell Kendall all the time, like when we talk.
And it's true. It does feel like a safe space here.
And I need that energy to be conveyed a little bit more out in the regular world. Mm-hmm. I want you to be able to come in and have a group of people that you're around, and whatever we talk about, especially if you need to dump, for an example, but with permission first, because a lot of us dump on folks and we don't ask for their permission to dump on them. Mm-hmm. But we need to have those places where you can, dump freely and don't feel like you're being judged for who you are, looked at differently. Like if you want to, not saying that you are, But let's just say you walked into a place one day and you sat down and you wanted to say, woo, girl, I've been dating 8 dudes at one time and I'm sick and tired of every last one of them because this one does this one does that one. And after you get done saying everything you say, you shouldn't feel like everybody, when they see you next time, ooh, here come this hoe. You know, that's not necessary to have that kind of energy. You're dating, so you should be able to date. Now, when you're done dating all 8 of them and one of them actually wants to court you, now you can say, well, me and insert dude here is now dating. We're official. We're a couple. And nobody brings up the fact that, well, that ain't going to last because she was already messing with 7 other dudes. What makes you, we don't need that kind of energy in the world no more. And that's part of the problem. So me being a dude on the outside looking in, and I literally open up my timeline and I can point out 5 to 8 different women orientated events that may be coming up. That how much is this really working for y'all? You know what I'm saying? So why are we having so many women orientated?
It's the look.
Exactly. I was just going to say that a lot of it's for show.
It's not, if you're saying you're not feeling like this was a safe space, why are we still patronizing them?
I could sit here and go and say, okay, I don't even know these women, you know, and I'm literally a woman who will go somewhere by myself. I do not care. I will go anywhere by myself.
I need you to be careful with that.
I mean, I get it, you know, but I'm not going nowhere where I feel like I'm not safe. I just mean as far as like a hangout or a brunch or a kick it or, you know, like these events, stuff like that. And like I said, it's sometimes where I don't know nobody in the room. And I could be at the whole event and no one has said anything to me. No one has tried to, you know what I'm saying, greet me. And I'm not saying it in a way where like I can't speak or I can't be the initiator, but it's very rare that I'm gonna walk in a room and if I don't catch your vibe, like, you know, receptive, I'm immediately like, if you don't speak, I'm not speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, and I hate that, you know, it's a lot of women who are like that because even when I come in and I'm like, hey, how are you? Hey, how's everybody? Hi. And, you know, everybody don't speak.
And sometimes we'll look at you sideways for talking to them.
And this is literally what we walk into for real as Black women. Like I said, it's not at every event. It's not at every space, but it's not a space where I'll go in and I can say that I've made new friends, or I can say that, you know, I still talk to this woman, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And like I said, it's not everyone, but this is really our society. Like, of we walking in a room, I can look cute. I can be looking at you because I think you look cute. And it's like, damn, why you looking at me? What you looking at, bitch? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I thought you look cute. I thought you know, I like your
because
hair.
It's honestly, we do as women have to like be on guard because half the time they looking at you because you're cute, but half the time they looking at you because they secretly hate you just for your energy and for being cute. And so you have to be able to pick out what's what. Exactly. It don't have to be somebody you know.
Like, it can be one of somebody you fuck with, girlfriend, any, like, you know what I'm saying? And people be knowing you.
Exactly. Even if you don't know who they are, and you be catching shade and not understanding why, but then you remember, oh yeah, people kind of know who I am.
So let me ask you ladies a question. Do you think this is a product of their environment? Like they're forced to be defensive right away?
Yes.
Or do you think that people naturally feel like being the mean girl is cool? So they
a little bit of both. It depends on the person.
Because like I barely know you. And of course, you baby sister, so you automatically get favoritism. I can feel that neither one of y'all have like facetious intention or malicious intentions whenever y'all walk into the room or speak to anybody. But like you say, you can walk into the room and instantly a chick don't like you just because you live in yourself. And then all of a sudden, all you're here is trying to get to know people, and all of a sudden, it's like, fuck this bitch. And like, whoa, where'd that come from? And then next thing you know it, y'all be in the same space 2 weeks later. It's like, girl, you my best friend. I don't trust you though, bitch. You just didn't like me when you first met me. So now it's like being the mean girl was a thing that she naturally did, but now you don't want to fuck with her because she gave off negative vibes towards you for no reason. So now here's two people who don't like each other, and there was no reason for that energy to have been to begin with.
That's a thing too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do feel like you said, is it a product of their environment? Yes, like, and I feel like, to be honest, I had to grow out of that, once I got older and started maturing, because to an extent I was like that, but not like greeting wise. It was more so like I was a fighter. Like I was getting picked with, I was getting bullied, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger.
Or you being picked on because you were a dark-skinned girl.
Yeah, a lot of that too. I was called Blackie, I was called Big Lip and Duck Lip and shit like that. Kids were really mean, you know what I'm saying? And it was always me, the goofy girl, I'm making everybody laugh, or I could do this, I could do that. And it's like, oh, I could be her ass, I could fuck with her. And I always had to show a motherfucker, like, yeah, it get like that. But in real life, you know what I'm saying? I got older and was like, I don't want to fight. I really started trying to like work on my communication. But being that I knew what I came from, like always feeling like I do got to defend myself. I do have to stand up for myself. I do have to, because I got picked on. Like I had motherfuckers who slapping my beads out my hair and shit. Like, girl, people was mean as hell. So I do feel like, once I got older, I got in high school, I was very defensive of myself. I was very Hamilton. I was very defensive of myself. And I actually started at High School of the Arts, but that's another story.
Oh, Lord. I hear something. It's funny. I just had a discussion about that 2 days ago.
Story for another day. Yeah. But, even that, a change in my environment. I was at Arts, like, fitting in. Like, everybody was their self, comfortable in their skin. If you was weird, if you had people who didn't like you, if you were black all day, red all day, they didn't give a fuck. It was what it was. But, I'm going into a setting where now, okay, I'm at MPS, I'm at a high school. This is pretty much predominantly either Hispanic kids or black kids. And, you got your whites, you got your this, but even being in a setting like that, where shit changed. I didn't have to really, get into it with nobody at Arts or really dislike nobody, or, you like I said, you had your couple haters and cat fights and shit, but Hamilton was a completely different experience. Like, okay, you got your kids who, a lot of us are from the ghetto. A lot of us don't really know, like a lot of us don't really know. A lot of us are used to fighting. A lot of us are like haters and, oh, she looking at me, she's mad because I got this. I came in and I got on the cheerleading team, I did this, I did that. And a lot of this shit was a little harder. Like being at Arts, like you actually trying out, you got to try out and you gonna do that shit. Then they paired us up with another school and it was crazy. But like I said, it all was something from an environment standpoint. I feel like, kind of not even saying it like this, but Arts, that was a school we had to like get into. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us cared about, like, I'm not trying to fuck this up, and versus Hamilton, it's like, I'm going to school. Half of us don't give a fuck about being here. Half of us is like skipping. Some of us are teen mothers. And you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of different shit where I instantly was like, I'm going to have to fight.
How old are you, if I may ask?
26.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to have to fight. I'm going to have to fight. And, I was always on guard because I just felt like it was like, I'm gonna try you. I'm gonna see how far I can go. You know what I'm saying? And when I got older, it was just like, these hands only come out when they need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to be honest, being older, I did become more of a person who I just want to make genuine connections. You know what I'm saying? And if we gonna go off positive vibes, okay, cool. But I've also had to check a motherfucker who I've met straight off of like, good vibes, you're a great person, and I don't feel like that means necessarily we got to be into it. I want you to be able to check me. I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we say we cool, we friends, we this, you know what I'm saying? It became more of an understanding thing for me. Like, yeah, this is what I came from. You don't always have to fight. You don't always have to argue. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. It was really being like, okay, I don't have to be right. I don't have to like what she's doing in order to, still be her friend or still communicate with her. But it also made me know what I didn't want to be around, who I didn't want to be around, what I didn't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it take me one time to walk into the room and I'm either getting mean girl energy from this motherfucker or I'm getting acceptance and, you know, greetings. I know which way I want to go with it now.
Yeah.
Because I know old me gonna walk in that room and you being a mean girl, I'm gonna be a mean girl right with you. Why are you treating me like that? You know, but mature me is like, this is a safe space. I like being here. What you doing next weekend? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I had to come out of that too. So I can't be mad at nobody who is not necessarily where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I just know I could walk away now.
Yeah.
Because I know how I get. Like, period. I don't even want to be triggered. I don't want to be around nothing triggering. I don't want to be in a space triggering. Like, no. It's just, it's tough though. Because now it's like, as opinionated as the world is, you can't really voice your opinion. For real. Without somebody being offended or somebody feeling
taking
away.
it a different, because everybody takes an experience through the filter of their own personal experiences and what they've been through in the past. So everybody's going to see a situation differently based on what they've experienced, and it's going to trigger different things for different people.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's actually true as fuck. And I feel like that's why I'm trying to get out of the mindset of, you know, expecting people to be who I am or react how I would or say what I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like, really trying to step outside of it and look at it from people's perspective has been so heavy with me lately, because I don't know, I used to be like real like, I said what I said. I don't care. I don't want to hear it, you know. But for real, especially if it's somebody you love, it's definitely important for you to be able to look at shit from their lens and how they see it. At least trying to understand, even if you don't agree with it after and at the end, you still like, I said what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at least try to see it, right? See it from their perspective.
I heard you. I get why you did what you did, but I still said what I said. Like, I still said it. But yeah, I get it though. And at least, like I said, I know the why. That why.
Why. That's always the question for me. The why. But then here's the thing. I also feel like I tend to over explain my why to people because of the fact that I'm always questioning the why. But the thing is, not everybody's brain works like that either.
And you know what I had to learn? You got to stop oversharing, even in your relationships. It's a thing. You have to stop oversharing. Like, and sometimes it is fucked up that you can literally tell somebody what you just went through and they'll turn around and do it like, oh, okay. Haha. Because you overshared how it made you feel. You overshared what it did to you. Or you overshared that experience. I had to stop doing that shit. I had to.
That sounds personal.
It is. Very. Very, very. But, you know.
We'll talk about that.
That sounds deep. Yeah, we don't got to get into that.
Right. That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Oversharing. Oversharing. Doing too much. Trying to be 100. You know how that go. How that go?
All right, so I'm gonna ask you another question then.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna ask about your music.
Let's do it.
Okay. What have you been working on lately?
So, Dito, the artist, I am trying to separate the mommy from the music. So it's been like, do I want to talk freaky? Do I want to talk my shit and talk about these bitches and these friends I lost? Do I want to talk about failed relationships? Like, these bonds and these things that I held so dearly to me that I no longer have, and so
talk about all of it.
Right.
I started doing that.
Yeah. So I am currently trying to do an EP.
Okay.
This will be my first EP. This will be like my first actual project I put out. I was trying to go for my birthday, but I feel like I just got so much going on to where trying to do all of that is just a lot.
Your birthday's next month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Julia.
Yes.
Not
that look.
He shook his head.
We was just talking about that when you was upstairs.
About before we went on air is the reason why.
What?
I don't even remember.
Right. Act like girl.
You're becoming the problem, fam.
Oh, I'm becoming. Oh, hell no. But I don't know. I do say I'm the prettiest.
I was just about to say. I'm pretty sure I saw some.
I do say I'm the prettiest problem, and I really am. Like, I'm pretty.
That's why that was funny.
I'm a problem
because I recall that post.
For sure, baby. But I have been working on music with my little sister.
Okay.
She has became my music partner. I love making music with her. I feel like when we're in a space with each other, we pull out each other's creatives. And she's always been like a writer or somebody that I feel like a freestyle. I've always been more so like, I want to listen to the song. I want to sit there, write it out, go over it. She can do that shit on the spot. But I love how, we different in generation. She's got like this low end Detroit, and I'm kind of like, a little in love, but a hood ass. I get on your ass, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? So
like a Summer Walker.
Yeah. It get there. It get there for real. And so we actually have a song that we just did and recorded with Tay. And I'm really excited about it. I don't know if we're going to drop it before or after my birthday, but it's the shit. It's the first like actual project I did where like I bought the beat and like I just thought I was tight. So after I put that out, I have a singing song that I want to put out to show my fans that like, yeah, I got these vocals too.
Versatile.
Yeah. Cause yeah, it get like that. But I'm really excited about me and her song. I want to just kind of go from there and see how, my fans reciprocate and how they're gonna react to this.
Okay.
Because this is like my first real project since I've had my kid, and it's the shit. It's the shit. I actually like how it turned out. And I don't know. I just want to keep tapping into my own creatives. Like I just ordered me some equipment, and I want to really get into my own sound and just make sure that I'm still being true to me. Whether, like I said, it's freaky, whether it's me talking shit, whether it's me cussing the whole song, I don't give a fuck what I say.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to say like, I did this, I got all this shit recorded, like, which I still feel like I do. And I'm hard on myself. I'm definitely my biggest critic. Like I got so many unreleased songs and, features even that, people have been tapping in with me and just saying like, hey, I want to put you on my song. And that has even been a really good experience. I got some features coming up with some really dope artists. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm really excited to be like getting my feet back wet.
Yeah.
Especially because before I was in a weird ass contract deal, girl. That's a whole nother story.
You feel like getting into it, or you're not gonna get into it today?
I don't mind. Okay. Actually,
because it might be a good warning story for other artists.
Yes, for sure. I think I was just ambitious. I was way more ambitious. I wasn't a mom. I had free time. I had the money. I had the vision, and I feel like to an extent, I was very taken advantage of. And you know, when you walk in as an artist and you got that type of ambition, you don't really walk in and see snakes. You don't walk in and see the rose with the thorns on them. You know,
everything's new and shiny.
Everything is fucking new,
and everybody's shiny. So great and here to help.
Oh my god, they love me, mom. Yeah. Selling it to my fucking mom, and she's like, "Do you know these motherfuckers selling it?" You know, but it all stemmed from, you know, me trusting someone who trusts someone who at the end of the day just wasn't a good person and, you know, didn't have our best interests at heart really to begin with. And, you know, a lot of my songs were tied in with them. A lot of my music was tied in with them and the producers. And I actually reached out to him like, you know, we can make this money. I need some of these beats. I want to put some of these songs out. Like I said, it was the singing song where I'm like, I really want to do this shit. I want to put it out. I want to show like, this is what I recorded. And we were in Atlanta. Like, I really had a good experience, you know, like I said, shiny, signing contracts and the big cake and the roses. And yeah, we pay for everything. I got you. And, you know, it just kind of went from that to sneaky shit, conniving shit, weird shit. And then you start fucking with the relationships that I'm building with people in Milwaukee, photographers and videographers, and like doing little scammy shit to them. And it's reflecting on me.
Right.
That's where we draw the line. That's where we draw the line.
So they were scamming your connections?
Basically, yes. I had an instance where he did some bank shit. I don't know. And like said, did a dispute, and like they snatched the money back from him after he already had did my video. And I felt so shitty because me and him had a really great rapport, you know, and he straight up told me like, shit, I fuck with you, but that don't look good, period. And it don't. And you know, when I came at him, I came hard. I was talking my shit. I was pissed. Because you are messing up relationships with people that I have here, and you in Atlanta living this fucking fairy tale. So I don't know. I think even that, it was a lot for me. It took a toll on me because I don't know. I put a lot into that. And don't get me wrong, I still was trying to get over my fear of like, oh, them telling me put out your freestyles, record yourself. And, you know, I was just trying to figure out my lane and how do I do that and how do I get comfortable with that? How is that something that I can just go straight into after being such a private person? I mean, that's the only thing that I guess they could say. Well, what, you didn't put out freestyles, you didn't do this. But genuinely, I was paying for photo shoots, I was paying for makeup, I was doing my own hair, I was doing my own makeup, I was really putting that time and money behind what it was that I thought I had invested in, you know. So when everything kind of crumbled, it did take a toll on me for sure. And I don't give a fuck about being open about this because it's like, who gonna check me? And again, this is an experience for me that I felt like I had to get over and grow from. And that is what my music is gonna show. The growth, the pain, like the hurt, even the shit that I've experienced in my own personal life with the people that I love, you know. Stemming from that, stemming outside of that, just a lot, you know. And so I don't know. That's why I think it's like I'm hard on myself now because I want it to be perfect. It's me going in independent. It's me going in, you know, really trying. And like, shout out to DJ Kens because I love him. He pushes me, you know, he is an amazing producer. Yeah. And he is like one of the people who I feel like is trying to help me get back into it and show me like you got talent.
And he's genuine.
He's genuine. He's genuine. Hell. And he's like, you got that talent. You can't sleep on it. Like, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, with it being so important to me, I want to go in and I want to really know what I know. I want to be book smart and street smart about this shit. I want to know, okay, how does this logistics work? How do the masters work? And now doing it by myself and, you know, trying to obviously help and get network and, you know, stuff like that. I just wanted to make sense, you know, because at first, like I said, I walked in like, happy because I had someone from Atlanta like, ooh, they about to put me on. It's about to be good. I'm gonna put that work in. No. So now it's important for me to, as an independent artist, have the right team. I know I cannot do this by myself.
Absolutely.
Have the right team behind me. Have the right foundation. You cannot build without a stable foundation.
Right.
And that's what I'm working on.
And knowing the business end is so important because you'll do all this work to get to where you're going just to be robbed of your money, to be robbed of your music. Like, it's just not worth
your
it.
Happiness, your
exactly.
Peace, and that's
your freedom.
If this is something that I'm going to invest in now, having a child, I need it to make sense.
Right.
I need something to pass down. I need something to, I don't care how many songs I put out that don't hit, something gonna hit. Something gonna
exactly hit, that's what I say. I always say, throw something at a wall enough times, something's gonna stick.
It's gonna hit.
It's gonna exactly.
So I'm excited. I'm really excited about this song. I just got some stuff in the works. I'm, you know, back focused. I'm back on my shit. I'm back in the studio, and
I'm excited for you.
I'm the prettiest problem. I'm the prettiest
problem.
Because, baby, I'm not perfect. But let me tell you. I'm worth it. Okay? I'm worth that weight. Okay. Drop the bomb. I'm gonna give y'all something for y'all patience. I love that for y'all, you know.
So, do you have radio edits, or do you plan on getting anything with radio edit?
Yes. So I actually just reached out to my producer that I did that song with, because it's a little explicit, but I did reach out to him, and I'm trying to get that done because that is super important.
It is.
And it's like, yeah, I don't mind, you know, play it in the club, whatever the case may be, you know, that's where it's gonna pop. But genuinely, that radio, that broadcast is like,
exactly. Yep.
Rubs hands.
Yep. And I can tell you, it wasn't. I started out cussing in like my songs, and then I stopped for a little bit because I realized it was like getting rejected. And then I started making like more radio friendly music, and then from there, literally everything I make gets played.
Right.
So it really is about being able to appeal to a wider audience, and if you can't listen to it with your kids in the car, or some people aren't comfortable doing that, if the old person on their way to work can't listen to it and not get offended, like, they don't want to play it. So that's I also had a popular DJ, I could probably just say it, DJ Shauna. She's the Bucks DJ. She said she won't even play the word damn. So yeah, so it is it's so important to have your music, to have, you can have something that you can play anywhere. Just one song, 2 songs. It doesn't have to be everything you make, but that's just something, a gem I found out that I just thought I'd share.
That's understandable. And I just want to ask you this though. How do you do that without
compromising?
Yeah, like your
expression.
Yeah,
I understand. Okay, so I grew up super religious, so I didn't grow up cursing or in a family that cussed a lot. So actually, I lied, because my grandpa had the mouth of a sailor and I was with him every day. but that's beside the point. But I feel like because of that, I automatically learned to filter myself and how to say things in different ways that I don't actually need to cuss, but can still get the point across. But now I do understand that sometimes some words just ain't strong enough. So the thing, like, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Some words just ain't strong enough sometimes. So yeah, don't compromise. Don't compromise your expression.
Yeah.
That is not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to have something that's also playable. Yes.
I definitely agree. I think I am very cuss word expressive. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I actually grew up really religious too, but I also started sneaking cussing. Very
Sneak
cussing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. Damn. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I do cuss a lot.
You said
I don't fuck with you.
that's when you had to start using that word.
Yeah.
Because you felt that way about somebody and you just couldn't say it any other way.
I do cuss a lot, but I'm not gonna lie. Now that you say that, it just gives me a different perspective, like that openness, you know, because I grew up singing in the church.
Mhm.
I did grow up in a choir. I did grow up as a soprano. I did grow up leading songs, you know, and so it's not hard. I mean, I guess the type of beats I get, it don't be like, don't cuss.
Look,
You can't be soft on them.
this is what I say. If the word fits the mood and it makes sense,
Use it.
I tell people this all the time.
But no,
a word is not
Use
a bad word until society says
makes
it's a
it
bad
You're
word.
right.
That's it.
It doesn't
That's
make it
true.
bad.
That's it.
So to me,
That's
because the word bitch is a female dog, but yet a woman can use the word bitch in 15 different ways by just only saying bitch.
It's the inflection.
It's the inflection.
It's the way you say it. It's the
Yes.
context.
yeah.
So is it really a bad word? Because I can have a homegirl who just completed something that's so magical, and she be like, I just got done. I'm like, bitch. And I'm not offending her.
Exactly.
But then there could be a Karen in the room who can be a complete asshole, bitch. Same word, different meaning.
Mhm.
So cuss if you want to cuss. Just use it right. That's
agree.
all I say. Just use it right.
Just use it right.
I agree, but I think that's why the EP is so important to me, and that's why I'm kind of like, I'll put out my singles because my EP I want to show Diamond.
Yeah.
My EP, I don't mind being softer, being, you know, less cussing and
Mhm.
radio friendly.
Yeah.
But my singles, I gotta show them like,
Say what you got to say.
I gotta talk my
Do
shit.
it.
I
Talk
gotta
your
put
shit.
it out. I gotta say what I gotta say. I gotta talk my shit. I
Mhm.
gotta be unfiltered because that's the real me.
Yeah.
Very, very unfiltered.
Absolutely.
But there is another side of me that is super religious, and I love God. Like I said, I was in the choir. I was an usher. I literally was forced to go to church every Sunday with my grandma. My cousins know. But, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's a time and a place. For
Right.
Sure. For sure. It's a time and a place for everything. And if that's something that I'm going to make sure that I work on, and, you know, showing people a sensitive side of me or a softer side of me.
Sometimes that's harder.
It is.
That was hard for me.
It is. And that's why it's
I've had to stop in the middle
off,
of making songs and come back later when I'm ready to mentally deal.
Yeah. Because music really is touching. It really is.
Yeah.
And it's not only touching for the listeners, but it's touching for the artists, especially when we're the ones who live it.
It's like a form of therapy for us.
Yeah. And like that's definitely a way of letting somebody in your life. Like I can be then said a song that, you know, nobody know what I'm talking about until I say, well, that's what I was talking about. And they go back and listen, and it's like, damn, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Right.
You know? But it's important because it's just like, I don't want to let y'all in on that yet. And if I do, I want to make sure I'm doing it my way.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So.
All right. Well.
Go. We're
gonna wrap it up. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming today. Thank you for getting deep with me. And I think we had a great conversation. Tell everybody your name one more time.
I am Dito, and thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys. And we're checking out.